this is about the third time I've made this post. I don't know if all of you redo posts or not, but I'm going to try it again because I accidentally discarded the last one. See my technology difficulties for the last post. I'm going to be talking about this digital storytelling video. Digital storytelling textbook. And I'm going to be talking about the two standards that I really liked that he talked about, which were standards 9 and 10. So, excuse me, I'm going to read them and see if you guys understand. Students develop an understanding of and respect for diversity in language use, patterns and dialects across cultures, ethnic groups, geographic regions, and social roles. And students whose first language is not English make use of their first language to develop competency in English language arts and develop understanding of content across the curriculum. I thought this was great. So often we encourage our students to talk about their ethnicity and their culture and their language, but there aren't really opportunities for them to use this. And I thought this was a wonderful way to allow students to express themselves culturally. You could have all of the students do something about their ancestors and show the different kinds of dresses and musics that they came from. I think this would help ESL students a lot. And the other students in the classroom realize that they aren't, the students aren't the only ones that wear funny clothes and listen to strange music, that their ancestors listened to different things too, and that they had different backgrounds because we are a melting pot. And it's our diversity that makes us strong. So I think a lot of times we just segregate the ESL students and say they're different without giving them a chance to understand that they're no different than my grandfather was when he came over during World War II. My family's been here a little bit longer, and I may have white skin and, blonde hair, but I'm no different than they are. I have ESL students that if they didn't talk with a slight accent, you couldn't tell that they were any different, that their parents hadn't been here for a million years. So I think that even as teachers and students, if we try not to stereotype, we tend to stereotype, and that's not always beneficial to the students, and this could be a great opportunity for them to express themselves and feel like they are part of a group. For Standard 10, I really liked the fact that he was saying they get to use their first language. I think a lot of times as teachers we think, well, let them use English, that'll be fine, they'll do okay, it won't be any problem. What I didn't even realize till I started studying ESL was if they don't have any proficiency in their first language, it's very challenging for them to get it in the second language. The concepts are not there. They have no schemata to build on. So why we might use a simple word like cow, if they've been locked up in an apartment because they're a girl and not allowed to go to school, they may have never seen a cow. They may not even know the word for cow. Milk may not have been on the list of things that they were even able to get while they were in that environment. So when they come here, not only do you have to teach them the word cow, but you also have to teach them the concept, whereas if they already knew it, all you have to do is give them a basic idea so they can understand, cow means cow in my language too, and you can go on much more quickly, and the word is easier for them to assimilate. So that I think this is great for them to say, help them build their proficiency in both languages, and it'll actually be easier for you as a teacher. I thought of a great activity that I think this standard would really go along with, which is having them maybe do a story in Spanish and then translate it into English and do the story over again and dub it into English, as it were. Show both of them to their classmates. Show the difference, show that kind of thing, as well as maybe possibly show it to the Spanish class if you have that in your school as an authentic text from a native Spanish speaker, which would make your students so proud and feel so happy about it. Then this would give them the opportunity of, in a kind of controlled environment, translating. There wouldn't be the pressure on them to produce the language so quickly, particularly if they're a new immigrant. And they would be able to say, here, look, I did this, and yet come to you and say, here's my Spanish, here's how I think I translate it, can you help me out? And as a teacher, you would be able to help them do the correct grammar, and yet say, hey, look, everybody, he did it in 2 languages, isn't that impressive? Give them some of that respect that I think often ESL students just feel so lacking in because they're so countercultural. So that was my idea. I'm really enjoying the book. It's pretty easy to read, so I'm interested to see what he has to say next.